Alright guys, what's going on? I'm running a little bit behind, but this is our war against iso8a. This is a very bad war for my alliance and a very sloppy war for me. These guys, so they're iso8a and D69. They shell back and forth between the two alliances. And for anyone who doesn't know what shelling is, it's basically like you're in one alliance, you start, you know, high tier 2, low tier 1, and you basically get a bunch of really easy matchups early on in the season, and as you're climbing the ranks, you're kind of squashing alliances who don't stand a chance. Maybe alliances who are playing really hard to get like Platinum 2, Platinum 1, you know, that's kind of their threshold. And I've been in alliances like that before, and I have gotten squashed by alliances like this before, so I don't really respect the way that they play the game. So going into this war, we really wanted to play well, and we didn't. So just looking around at their map, I don't really see anything too out of the ordinary, but I do like to show the entire map here. Null on 22 is pretty common. Very easy absorbing man fight. So putting Guardian on defense now doesn't make a lot of sense. That's just a Corvus charge. And Korg boss. So I'm going to be taking the Korg boss. They banned Kitty, and I think that Omega is a better counter for him anyway. So I'm going to be starting off on path 5 here, and I brought Torch for an extra flame on pre-fight, but we didn't end up needing it. So it is a little bit of a wasted roster spot, but that's okay. Better safe than sorry. So this is just going to be a thing. I used to take this fight all the time, and they didn't put anyone on path 7 in section 1 that needed like a mutant purifier counter, so I was able to come over here, which is nice. So here, push him to 15. And yeah, just gonna bait the special one. I don't really know why thing is here anymore. This was a pretty meta placement a while back. What a lot of people are doing now, though, is putting like cosmic champions here who you would normally want to neutralize, because you can't neutralize anybody on this node because of the increased ability accuracy. So just moving along here. There, I think I tried to heavy and it just like didn't register. That's okay, he's gonna go down. So next fight here, this is gonna be a Tigra. I could use Torch, but I didn't want to change my mastery, so I'm just gonna use Omega. And I feel like I made a mistake in this fight. I feel like I made a mistake in every fight for the rest of the war, so okay, just getting some neutralizes, getting some spores, gonna knock her down, and Tigra has like no health, so this fight is pretty much over. So here I'm gonna wait it out. I can tell that she was kind of wanting me to parry her there, because my parry would have fallen off when she got her protection back, but I didn't fall for it. Okay, and then this is going to be an Immortal Abomination. So I guess this is where the mistakes really, really started for me. So, I'm just going to parry, try to stay kind of close to him. I don't have any like shock resistance or anything like that. I didn't throw on a combat regen boost, which is something I would normally like to do. But that's okay, I've got my spores up. Back in the bleed phase here. Right there, I keep whiffing light attacks. I don't know why I was doing that. I feel like it had to be a mistake. I feel like it probably had to be a mistake, but either way, just horrible gameplay. Okay, so I'm going to move up to path 7 in section 2. This is going to be an Attuma. Attuma is not a very difficult defender for Omega Red. There are other counters to him here. You can use... You just don't want to parry him, but you can use, like, Doom here. So right there, the first thing I do is parry him, of course. But now I'm going to lock in my spores. And I'm going to push his power up a little bit because of that energized passive that he has from that first parry. So I'm going to push him to a special 2. I don't really know what it looks like. I back up, just get completely destroyed by it, and luckily he dies. So I was never at any risk. It's just like a complete, like, potion suck, I guess. And then this is going to be a Korg. Gonna go ahead and heal up Omega Red here. Omega works well for him because he benefits from the attacker tactics, so I'm going to Fate Seal him with my special 2, neutralize him on my basic attacks. So once I get that special 2, he's basically shut down. So here we go, gonna get a good intercept here. And right there, so I know Gore's special animations. I have a rank 5 Gore, and I just miscounted the hits. I know it's 4 sets of attacks on his special 1, and I just miscounted, so another mistake, and I'm gonna knock him down. That will end the fight. So you kind of see where this is headed. Very frustrating, very sloppy war. And again, it was a super sloppy war for the entire alliance. I think we died, so I haven't been showing the scores this season. It's just like an extra step that I need to take, like importing a photo. But I think it was 8-8 we won on time. And that is not good. You can't win wars in Tier 1 dying 8 times. And somehow we did. I think if these guys had matched, like, anyone difficult up until this point, like, we would have lost. So, that was just a Kingpin fight, very easy with Omega. And then this final fight here is going to be a Korg. So, yeah, not a ton to say about this war. Again, it was a really frustrating one to do poorly in. But after this war, like, moving forward, not to spoil anything, but we are going to go on a bit of a losing streak, and we're going to be playing really well. So the Alliance War meta is getting a little bit frustrating right now. It's very clear that any alliance can have a really good war, and not many alliances are having a very bad war, not many alliances are having bad wars, and I think in part it's because of how well this attacker tactic just negates the defensive tactic. Like, any attacker tactic champion is just so good, and the champions that are in the pool are already amazing, so it's like it doesn't matter which one you use. Like, you can try to ban, you know, like, attacker tactic champions, and there's always just going to be another one that people can use. Okay, so I knew that a mistake was coming in this fight. There it was. Now I'm just trying to bait out a special 2. He's not... At this point, my spores are gone. He's just not really wanting to play along. And I'm just going to throw my special 2 at him. And yeah, the fight is going to go down. I'm not going to die here, so... Anyway, that is pretty much the end of my war again. After this one, I made a little bit of a change to the way I was planning. And next war is against New Nation, and I just decided that I am going to assign myself a bunch of fights, and that's just kind of going to be how it is. So you can see the fight's almost over. I've just kind of botched this one after losing my spores. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.